Okay, hello. I'm back. This is Colleen Morningstar, and I am here to do a little reading for you guys. Um, I already started pulling some cards this morning, but I really did just want to. I call in my higher self, my guides and guardians, the all those of the highest power, and I ask that Archangel Michael protect my channel and that any information that I get is only of the highest and purest light. Calling in those spirit guides. So I did pull one card this morning, the healing, Chamber of Healing. This card was a really interesting card when I actually read this one, because this is a new deck for me, the Inner Temple Oracle. And it said if you weren't constantly looking at yourself in a perpetual, I need to heal, I'm broken, kind of mentality, that, how would you feel? What would you do if you were actually not always feeling broken? If you actually came at life with a view of I'm not broken. I am healed. My body knows how to heal. My DNA knows how to heal. And I think that when we do this, our mind has more power than we give it credit for. Or that we remember, I should say. Humans don't seem to give much credit to ourselves. Um, but we always forget we're just consciousness temporarily, occupying this meat suit that we live in. And so, our minds are the power. Our minds have the power to heal us. I truly believe this. I believe this. I have gone through all kinds of illness and, you know, I drank for a long time. I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic, but I definitely was drinking every day. But it was when I decided to quit, I just quit. I didn't really have a problem. I don't have to do AA and all this. I just decided I'm doing it. And I think that's part of the healing mindset, that we find ourselves so far from as humans in this world. I think there's a lot of healing that we need to do as a country, as just a people in general. I think we need to remember our core source energy that we are. We are forgetting that we're all one and that we're all connected and that we are making our own reality. We're choosing our own reality. Anyway, so I thought that was a very interesting card in the Chamber of Healing, in how we really do struggle. We struggle with, I'm going out of the camera instead of into the camera. Anyway, we struggle with healing and always feeling like we're broken and we need to heal, we need to heal, we need to heal. And there are a lot of people who lock themselves into the box of, I am sick, I need to heal. And we need to find the end of that tunnel where we stop thinking we're not healed and we start thinking, I am healed. When we do this, we can find the unbroken state instead of the broken state that we seem to be putting ourselves in as a humanity. So I just shuffled these cards here, and I'm working on the Daydreamers Tarot deck. And I got the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. That's basically working it. You know, you're working it through the heart. Working it through the heart. It's like we're climbing all the chakras. We're trying to heal each one of our chakras, climbing up that ladder through the cups. Seven of Cups signifier. Then we get the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords signifies that we've got a battle. You know, the battle ahead is being fought as we speak. We are fighting that battle. We're working on trying to find our peace as a country, I think. The truth is being revealed. We are knowing the truth. We just have to accept it and be okay with it. See how that sword is just so huge and the girl is so small. And that's sort of how we are. We're just small as humanity on this planet. And this sword of truth is coming out. Whether we like it or not, we get to understand. And if we don't, that's where the healing stops. When we don't let the truth come out, when we don't face that sword of truth, the Ace of Swords. Then we get the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is possibilities, it's messages, it's healing. Gosh, I'm not good at this. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get better. So, Four of Wands is, see how he's kind of looking out through. The wands are not a cage, but they are like the edges of the window. He's looking through the window of possibility and trying to find the next horizon. I think that's us as a country. We're trying to find the next horizon. We're trying to get to that place of healing and, you know, the rabbit. In Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit is always late, right? Late for an important date. Maybe we need to stop thinking we're late. Maybe we need to just be here now. The future is just anticipation and expectation. The past is just memory and loss, grief, sometimes joy. But if we're trying to heal or think we're healing, then a lot of our past is loss and pain and anguish. And we're trying to come out of that and find a new horizon into healing our planet and healing our country and healing ourselves. have the King of Swords. So we're dealing with a big fight. We have been dealing with a big fight. As a country, we're dealing with a fight. We're trying to find the truth of who we are. And I think personally that we need to stop believing all the lies and actually find the truth, the sword of truth. We've been brainwashed for way too long. This country is built on trafficking of humans. And we need to stop this. It's happening now. It's awful. And the King of Swords is sitting on his high horse with that ego, thinking, oh yeah, I'm almighty. I have this. But does he? Are we really going to let him? Are we going to let ourselves heal as a country and become the chamber of healing that we need to be as a country? The chamber of healing. We need to find this place as a country through the truth. We need to find the place through the truth, which is the fight. The swords, the truth, finding the truth and having it actually show us a new way, show us a new path. Building through our hearts like a ladder, climbing that ladder of healing and love and gratitude and all the things that are the cups, the emotion of living in love. Sevens are a very healing number too. A lot of people pull out the sevens and they don't see that necessarily in a positive light, but I see this card in a positive light. I think we are growing and building and climbing higher as a people, and we're doing it through the heart. We're doing it through love and through the energy of emotion and cups. And get temperance. We're finding the patience. We need to have the patience with ourselves to get that healing as a country. We need to just stop letting the king sit there on his high horse. He's sitting there all, oh, I've got it. I've really got this. I've got this under control. And he really doesn't. He's losing it. He's losing it. And he can't deal with it. The sword of truth is coming out. The sword of truth is coming for all of us. We need to be open to understanding what that truth is so that we can heal as a country, so that we can heal and find that healing chamber that I feel like we're all looking for. When I talk to people, it feels like we're all really struggling with feeling healed because there's so many things broken in our country, and we need to maybe stop looking at it that way. Maybe we should start looking at it like, how do we change this? How do we fix this? Because healing is change. We're always changing. Change is the one thing, isn't it, that's inevitable? It's the one constant. And so if we're changing, maybe we can change how we run this country. Queen of Wands. So the wands to me are messages and passion. It's fire. It's action. And the Queen of Wands is internal messages, internal knowing, internal action. feels like we have the women. The women are coming to help save this country. The men have been running it into the ground for a long time, and it's time for the patience, the women's patience, the women's temperance. It's time for the women's knowing, inner knowing, the message of the Queen of Wands and temperance. We have the patience and the inner knowing to heal in the heart, from the heart. It's also the number 11. For me, 11 is a big number. I've been having a lot of 11s in my life lately. I see 1111. I I see 9/11. My husband's birthday is 9/11. But there's a lot of 11s in my life. I see 1111 all the time. I see 7s, I see 11s, I see 3s. Those are my numbers. Okay, so 3 is my big number. The Chariot. There's the 7. See? Excuse me. So the 7, the Chariot. See how this chariot is kind of precariously perked up on that hill? But it does have these it has these rocks kind of on the edges of that are kind of holding it on the track. But it's precarious. It's like, oh, that's rickety. We've got a rickety path to go down. Is what it feels like to me. This is saying to me, we have a rickety path, but we have guides. We have guides. They're gonna help us get there. The moon is full. Our path is well lit. We just have to trust in the process. See all the people up here on the top? They're all in the top of the chariot there. They're ready. They're ready. They're holding on, ready to go. The flag, the wind is at their back. They're ready to roll. Actually, the wind is at their front. The wind is at their front, but they are ready to go. It does look very rickety, very scary, but they just have to trust. We can't let the fear control us anymore. The fear is controlling us. And we have to just trust that the message is clear, that we as a people have the temperance, we have the patience, we have the inner knowing and energy of being able to take that message forward. We're taking it. We're going with it. We're going to heal as a country. We are heading to the Chamber of Healing. See how there is a door and there's all these pillars here? The pillars and the light. It's all light and it's all it's showing us our path, even though the door is a little dark. Even though walking through that door feels like it's a little bit dark. She's surrounded in light and she's got light above her. She just has to go through and not be scared to go through the dark door. We can heal. If we stop thinking of ourselves as unbroken, if we stop thinking of ourselves as unhealed. My body knows how to heal. My DNA knows how to heal. We need to get away from the prescription drugs that everybody seems to be zombified by, and learn that our bodies are constantly regenerating. They're constantly healing. They're constantly re-upping the cells. We have to listen to frequencies. We have to change our vibration. We have to take our frequency higher. The Earth's resonance is changing. The outer planets are all moving into air and fire. This is the time for us to wake up to the message. Air is messages. It's in your head. We need to think about what we're doing here and come from the heart. It's really important. All right. I guess that was my message. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm Colleen Morningstar, and I'm going to try and start doing this more. And because I feel like we as a people need some healing and some truth in our world. And so this is what I've been called to do, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I am writing a book about frequency healing and vibration and the density of us, the frequency of being us as humans, and how we shape our realities through our mind and through our belief systems, and how we talk to ourselves, mostly negatively. You know, how we talk to ourselves and how we see our reality is truly how we create it. And so I'm here to try to help us understand this through my book, and I'm working on a water awakening workshop and some frequency guidebooks and things so that people can understand we're all just waves. We're just a big wavelength, and it's just a temporary little tunnel vision that we're here. Our eyes only see the slightest little amount. Our ears only hear the slightest amount of frequency. We only hear from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz in our heads, in our ears. But we feel, if we open more of ourselves, if we connect our heart-brain cohesion, if we open this, we can have so much more. We can feel it. We can go further on the frequency wave. We can widen our horizons. And that's why I'm here, is to try to help us to understand how to do this. All right. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you listening. And next time we'll do some breath work or something. I don't know. It's going to be evolving. I'm not really sure. I am an herbalist, and I'm a musician, and I am a tarot reader, and I'm a channel, and I'm an intuitive healer. And I want to bring all these things to the forefront here. Hopefully it can help you. I know it helps my family and my friends, and so I'm hoping that, you know, maybe my reaching out to you guys here can, you know, spread a little of that love around to everybody, and that healing energy around to everybody. All right. I love you.